Hey y'all, and welcome to Monter's Market, and welcome to my Christmas cookie collab. I am so excited about this playlist today, and my gorgeous co-host is the talented Indiana Jones over at Crafting with Indiana Jones. She is a very dear friend of mine, and I am absolutely honored that she was willing to co-host this with me today. There will be a playlist with lots of other people, and what we're going to do is we are going to give you a cookie recipe, and then we are going to make something to display our cookies on. So for DIY number one, I'm going to make these delicious chocolate peppermint cookies. They are so stinking good. My family devoured them. You take 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of white sugar, a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. Make sure you pack it down because you want to make sure you have enough in your recipe. And then we're going to add 2 eggs, and to those 2 eggs, we are going to add, bam, I love it. We're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. We are going to add a cup of cocoa. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then these candy canes here, I needed crushed candy canes. So what do? I start crushing and crushing and crushing. Well, guess what I found at Walmart today, y'all? Let me show you. Stinking crushed candy canes. Can you believe it? The work was already done for me, and I didn't have to stand there and beat them with the doggone spoon for seemed like an hour. So now that I have all of my ingredients together, I am going to start by taking my butter, and I'm going to put it in my stand mixer. Now, my butter was a little bit cold, and you don't want that. You want to make sure it's at a really good room temperature, not warm, but definitely not cold. I mixed mine for a good little bit. I cut that part out so you didn't have to watch it. But anyway, I creamed my sugar together with my butter. I creamed my white sugar and my brown, what's it called? Brown sugar. I don't know why I lost it on that. Anyway, I creamed those 3 together until it had a really smooth, nice consistency. And then you won't be able to tell it here, but one by one, I added my eggs. I added 1, and then I let it mix in, and then I added the other. And then sometimes you'll see me stopping and giving it a little stir. That's just because it gets stuck to the side of the pan because that butter was so cold. And then I added my flour. I like to add a little towel to the top when I go to mix it because it goes flying everywhere, and that towel basically keeps it contained. After I did that, that's when I incorporated my cocoa powder. After I got my cocoa powder all mixed in really, really good, then all I had to do was add my chocolate chips and my first 1/2 cup of the crushed peppermints. So I get all of that together. My oven is preheating at 350 degrees. This recipe made 4.5 dozen cookies. And I'm talking about good size cookies, about the size of a chocolate chip cookie that you would get from, what's the name of that brand? Chips Ahoy cookies. That's what I was thinking of. Then I took my pan and I sprayed down all 3 of my pans. Now, these are humongous pizza pans, and it took 3 of them. So I baked them, like I said, at 350. Now, I baked mine for about 8 to 10 minutes. If you want them a little bit harder, cook it longer. If you want them softer, less time. I took my other cup of chocolate chips, or 1/2 cup, added a tablespoon of vegetable shortening, melted it in the microwave until it was a smooth, creamy consistency. And I mean, it was so yummy. I dipped 1/2 of my cookie down in there. I let it fall off, let the excess fall off. And then I added some crushed peppermints to the top. And that was all there was to making these scrumptious, amazing cookies that my family literally flipped out over. Now for DIY number 2, I'm going to show you the tray that I made to put them on. I am going to start with my white Waverly chalk paint. I'm showing you my antique wax, but I ended up going with the black chalkboard paint from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and those are wood glue sticks, and that's because they just have much, much stronger hold than a regular glue stick does on plastic. So that cup you can get, I think, like 3 of them for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And then this is also a cake plate from the Dollar Tree, so less than $2. Now I'm just showing you a variety of things that you can use. This is a little cupcake holder that you can get from the Dollar Tree, or you can get these little feet from Hobby Lobby. There are so many different kinds to choose from. And those would be cute on the bottom of it too. But I wanted to go with that little plastic cup and make that for my bottom. And it will look something like this when it's done. Look how cute that is. Just looks like a normal old cake plate. So I'm going to take my white Waverly chalk paint and I'm going to paint both pieces really good with 2 complete coats of the white Waverly chalk paint. Once I get both of those pieces done and they are really good and dry, I must have dropped that cup 6 times, y'all. I'm not even kidding. I just kept on pushing through though. But anyway, I did paint the top and the bottom of my cake plate. I did leave the bottom in the middle unpainted because I wanted the glue to stick and I didn't want it to just stick to the paint and have it pull the paint off. I hope that makes sense. So I set it aside, let it dry, and then I glued them both together. And like I said, I used my wood glue sticks because it has such a better bonding hold, and it is an immediate hold like you would get with any other hot glue stick. So after everything got dried, I added my bottom, and when I added my bottom, see how you can see the glue down in the bottom of it? I didn't want anybody to be able to pick it up and see that. So I went ahead and painted the inside of the cup just to give it a really nice finish and make it look complete and I would say semi-professional, but definitely a complete look. Once everything dried with the white paint, I went in with my surface wax from Chalk Couture and I rubbed it on there. Now you'll see whenever I pull up my transfer after I do it, I got a little bit too much in a couple of spots, but I'll show you an easy fix for that. Now, I'm just showing you on this transfer all of the beautiful choices you have. That's my favorite, but it does not go along with our theme today, which is cookies. So I'm going to go with the one that says Holiday Bake Shop. I'm just going to cut that one off. And I like to keep my backing all one piece. When I first started doing this, I would cut it into pieces, but then you have this big giant bag to put them in and everything's falling to the bottom, if that makes any sense at all. So now I just go in and cut off what I'm going to use. Just a little tip. So I'm going to use my black for the writing. I'm going to use my pesto green for the leaves, my candy apple red for the little berries, my bark, which is brown, for the little gingerbread men. And then I'm going to use my shimmer gold for those little lines right there beside the writing under the gingerbread men. And once I get that done, I'm going to show you the reveal, and I love it. Had I not gotten too much wax on there, it would have been perfect the first time. And that is absolutely human error. That is not a Chalk Couture error. That was me because I was getting in a hurry. But look how pretty it is anyway. So I went and I washed my thing and I brought it back. I laid it as close to possible as I got it the first time. And I went back over my little leaves. I filled in my leaves with that pesto. And after I done that, I took this black chalk paste pen or chalk pen. I don't know what it's called, just a chalk pen. And that thing worked like a dream. It was like having a Sharpie that was actually chalk. And yeah, it's called a chalk marker. That's what it's called. I knew I'd see it whenever I rolled it around. Anyway, I brought everything to the tip because it was brand new. So you got to get it primed up. And once I got it primed up and ready to write, I went in and just filled in the little spots that had too much wax on it. And I did take my little wax round thingy-majigger and wiped it off a little bit so that the chalk paste would stick this time. Then I took the black chalkboard paint and I just went all around it, trying to give it that old-timey white porcelain feel where when the white porcelain starts to wear off, you just have these black spots because it's not porcelain, cast iron. Well, maybe it is porcelain. I don't know. Y'all tell me down in the comments below what it's actually called. I want to say porcelain, but the black part wants me to say something different. But anyway, that's what my little tray turned out like. And I thought for less than $2, it was just adorable. Now, you might want to say $2 when you count in my little bit of paste, but I doubt it's even $2, honestly. But I think it is gorgeous. I think it is perfect for this collaboration today. And I think it's just too stinking cute for the holidays. And you can make this for any holiday at all, period. There are so many different transfers you can use. If you don't have chalk couture, then you can definitely go to the Dollar Tree and pick up some of their rub-on transfers or their stickers. There's just so many ways you can fix it. You definitely don't have to have chalk couture. If you have a Cricut, you can use that. The sky is the limit. You do you and make it how you want to make it. And if you're a good handwriter and you're a good artist, then hey, you could even draw your own picture. Now, even though whenever I finished, I forgot to record it, but I did go over everything with the quote, food safe Mod Podge, unquote. Now, I don't know if it's food safe or not, but I wasn't taking any chances. And also, I didn't really want to mess up my tray with any of the chocolate that may not be hardened yet. So I just put a little bit of tinfoil on my tray and I displayed my cookies on it. And I'm telling you what, I am so proud of the way this looked when it was done. Look how cute. I want to almost say professional. It looks almost plumb professional, don't it? But except for the tinfoil, of course, there's nothing professional about tinfoil. But anyway, this is what my cookies looked like when they were done. And when I tell you they are lip smacking good, honey, they are lip smacking good. If you're a chocolate lover like I am, and you're a peppermint lover like I am, then you will adore these cookies. I mean, they were literally gone in no time flat after I cooked them. And like I said, I'm going to have the entire recipe listed below in my description box. And it was so quick and easy to make. And it's really a beautiful dessert for the holidays. Something gorgeous for you to take as a gift to someone if you're going to a holiday party. So let me know down in the comments what you think about my cookie recipe and what you think about my little tray. I am so stinking glad that you're here. If you are here from the playlist and you have never been to Monner's Market before, where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. My name is Brenda, but my grandbabies call me Monner, and that's just my grandma name, and I cherish it. So, as always, let me just say real quick for the ones who may not have ever been here before, I do a video every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. And then other random videos like this one sometimes throughout the week. But you can always find me here on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And I would love for you to come chat with me in the live chats. I usually try to do a premiere where we can just have a little conversation while we're watching the video together. So anyway, I always end my videos with this. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Be blessed. Bye now.